Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at lesson 9. So the first question, homework, c power 4 minus 18c squared plus 81. So we can factor this as c squared times c squared, and this is minus 9, cross multiply, negative 9c squared, negative 9c squared, which is negative 18c squared, right? You can use the perfect square formula as well. So you got c squared minus 9 times c squared minus 9, which is square. So the answer is c plus 3 squared times c minus 3 squared. C plus 3 square. Okay, next one, a squared f squared minus 9. So we know that a squared minus b squared, the formula is a plus b times a minus b. If this is square, difference of square formula. So you got af squared minus 3 squared from here. Okay, rewrite into difference of square. So both of them are squares. So now you have af plus 3 times af minus 3. Af plus 3 af minus 3. Whenever you see 4 terms, you need to use factoring by group, or group factoring. So v cubed minus vp squared, this is the first group, minus 25v squared plus 25p squared, this is the second group. So we factor the v out, so you got v squared minus p squared. Then minus 25 and then v squared minus p squared. So the answer is going to be v minus 25 and v squared minus p squared. This is the difference of square, so we factor continue, and v plus p, v minus p. Okay. So next question. This is a cube, sum of cubes. So it's 64c cubed plus 1, which equals 4c cubed plus 1 cubed. The formula is a cubed plus b cubed equals. Okay, the formula is a cubed plus b cubed equals a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. Okay, so now we can just use the formula 4c plus 1 and 4c squared, which is 16 squared, minus 4c times 1 is 4c plus 1 squared, which is 1. Okay, so 4c plus 1 and 4c squared, which is 16c squared minus 4c plus 1. Okay. So next one, you have trinomial. So this would be 6r squared minus 24r plus minus 270. So we know that this is, it have a common factor, which is 6. Factor it out first. R squared minus 4r minus 270 divided by 6, 45. So when we continue to factor this, it should be simple one. R minus 9. The difference between 9 and 5 is 4. So, and R plus 5. Okay. This one should be pretty simple. R and R, negative 9 and positive 5. Cross multiply 5R minus 9R, which is negative 4R. Okay. Next one, 9r squared minus 25t squared. This is a difference square formula, 3r squared minus 5t squared. So you got 3r plus 5t times 3r minus 5t. Difference square formula, a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. Just use the difference square formula. You got this. Okay. R minus 5t. 3r plus 5t. Okay, so you have four terms. Factoring, group factoring, AR plus RK is the first group, minus AQ minus QK is the second group. First group, you have R is a common factor, R times A plus K. Second group, negative Q is a common factor. Factor negative Q out is A plus K. You have two negatives, but a negative is factored out, so it's plus. So the answer is R minus Q. You have negative Q factored out, so you have A plus K remain. So A plus K is a common factor, A plus K is a common factor, and R minus Q. Okay, so first we write down 8s squared t squared plus 6st plus 1. So what do we do here? We factor the 8st squared into 2st times 4st, and the 1 into 1 and a 1. Cross multiply, which gives us 2st plus 4st, which is 6st. That's right. So it's 2st plus 1 times 4st plus 1. Okay, solve this one. V squared plus 7v minus 18 equals 0. Factor v minus 9v plus 2. 9 times 2 give you 18, negative 9, plus 9 minus 2. Because it's plus 7. So your plus 9 and a minus 2 give you plus 7 equals 0. So v equals negative 9 and a positive 2. (14c squared minus 33c plus 18 equals 0). 2c, 7c, 3 and 6. 12 and 21. Makes sense? Yes. So cross multiply negative 12c minus 21c, which is negative 33c, which is the middle one. So we made it right. 2c minus 3 times 7c minus 6 equals 0. So 2c minus 3 equals 0, or 7c minus 6 equals 0. So c equals 3 halves, c equals 6 over 7. Okay. Find so that fa equals 3. So basically x squared plus 13x plus 45 equals 3. We solve for x. X squared plus 13x plus 42 equals 0. So x plus 6 times 7 give you 13. X plus 7 equals 0. So x equals -6 and x equals -7. Make this one 0, make this one 0. So -6 and -7. Okay, find the domain of the function. So it's x squared plus x minus 6 not equal 0, x minus 2, x plus 3 factored, and not equal 0, so x not equal 2, x not equal -3. So let's see. One over 8 to -2. So we first will get the negative sign by reverse the fraction. It's 8 over 1 to +2. 8 over 1 is 8 squared, which is 64. Is this a function? No, it's not a function because you use the vertical line test. If you use a vertical line test, you have two intersection point, which means for one x value you can go up one, you have two different y values corresponding to the same x values. You use a vertical line test. If it has more than one intersection point, it's not a function. Okay, so for example, is this a function? Yes. If you use a vertical line test, you only have one intersection point. If it has two intersection points, it's not a function. Okay, so is this, for example, is this a function? No, because if you use the vertical line test, you have three intersection points, so it's not a function. Write the equation of a line containing a given point and perpendicular to a given line. So 3x plus 2y equals 7. We find the slope of this function is 2y equals -3x plus 7. So y equals -3 over 2x plus 7 over 2. The slope of this equation is -3/2. And then the new line, the equation of the line is perpendicular to this. If it's perpendicular to this, the slope we are looking for is the opposite reciprocal, which is +2 over 3. This is the slope we are looking for because it's perpendicular to -3/2. So it's opposite reciprocal of -3 over 2. So it's +2/3. This is the slope we are looking for. And we have the point is 8, -2. Use point slope formula. Y minus -2 equals 2/3 of x minus 8. It's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So point slope formula. Now simplify, y plus 2 equals 2/3 of x minus 16 over 3. So we subtract the 2 from both sides, subtract 2 from both sides. So y equals 2/3 of x minus 16 over 3 minus 6 over 3. You have to, if you subtract it, you have to convert that 2 into 6 over 3. So the answer is y equals 2/3 of x minus 22 over 3. Okay. Next one. Multiply s plus f and s squared minus sf plus f squared. This is the cubes of formula. For example, a cube plus b cube, and this formula is a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. That's the formula, right? So we match the formula. The answer is going to be just s cube plus f cube. This is s cube plus f cube. Last question. When the women's soccer team won the state championship, the parent booster welcomed the team back to school with a balloon bouquet for each of the 18 players. The parents spent a total of $87.30, include tax for the foil balloons that cost $1 0.97 each, and latex school color balloons that cost 0.13 each. Each player receives 9 balloons. All the balloons bouquets were identical. How many of school type balloons did each bouquet include? Okay, so suppose X and Y, right? And we have X plus Y equals, since each player received 9 balloons, so it's 18 times 9. That's the total balloons. The total cost is 1.97x plus 0.13y equals the total cost 87.3. So we solve this. We don't want the fractions. So we got x, you can get 10x plus 10y equals 189. That other one, we don't want a fraction, decimals. 197x plus 13y equals 8730. So now we want to cancel either x, or we want to cancel either over y. So let's cancel the x. We multiply the first one by, let's cancel y. Multiply the first one by 13. So 130x plus 130y equals 189. 189 times 13 equals 2457. The other one is multiplied by 10. Multiplied by 10, so it's going to be 197 0x plus 130y equals 8700. Okay. Then you can multiply everything by -1, -1, -1. So we add them together. 1970 minus 130 equals 1840x equals 87300 minus 25. Okay. 87300 minus 2457 equals, divided by 1840 equals, okay, 46.11. Let me double check it. Oh, it's 18 times 9. I made a mistake here. So 18 times 9. Solving the linear equation system. So x plus y equals 18 times 9, which is 18 times 9, which equals 162. 162. And 1.97x plus 0.13y equals 87.30. We can multiply the first equation by negative 1.97. Negative 1.97x minus 1.797y equals times 1.97 equals minus 319.14. Then we add them together. 1.97 minus 0.13 equals, this is minus 1.84y equals okay, negative 231.84. Now we divide it. Divided by 126. So y equals 126 and x equals 162 minus 126. So equal 36. So x equals 30. X is the first one, 1.97. So it's for your balloons is 126. Each bouquet included for your balloons, you divide 18. I think you have to use 126 divided by 18 equals 7. So the first one you have 7 for each because you have 18 players and the total is 36. The second one is 2. Wait. Is it each bucket? $126. Wait. Let's solve that. Each parent spend total. The parent spend total and therefore cost then each 1.97 each, and latex is school balloons. Each player received 9 balloons. Yeah, 7 and 2. That's what I think. Each play nine balloons, 7 and 2, because it's 126 divided by 18 equals 7. 36 divided by 18, which equals 2. Is it 2 or 7? Okay, it's 2 and 7. I think I've mixed up. So the answer is going to be 2 and 7. Oh, y is 126. So latex balloons, and latex costs 7 foil balloons. I thought the foil is x equals 2. My bad. X equals 2 and y equals 7, so it's 2 and 7. Okay, you can do that by yourself. Just guess. And 2 and 8. Let's check it. 3 and 7. So you have to do the same thing again. Like what I set up the equation. I just guessed the answer for this one. It probably is 2. Okay, so you have to do that over again, right? So maybe just 1 9, 1 and a 9. Four and a 6, okay. Last time. You can do that again by set up the formula or just set up the equation. I just want to make 100 here. Okay. So this first you set up the balloon equation, the number of balloons, then set up a cost equation and solve it. Okay, solve it. That's it.